Coach, I think we talked a little bit about it on Thursday, but can you just kind of, in your words, put what Tara meant to the program, or has meant to the program, and at least for another few games will continue to mean to the program?
Right. Well, I write a letter to our seniors and read it to the team before the game, and when you just take the time to think of, I just love that answer. I just caught the end of it, of her freshman self, what she would say, and it's true, big talent, but couldn't run and couldn't sustain anything and couldn't speak and shy, and yet there was something about her that she fit in, and she knew she was secure, and her parents could never tell her what to do, and she was bossy, doing her own thing, and she didn't really stay in the summers and really commit to being with us until this past summer. Yes, she was here some, but she was doing a lot of other things, and that's how talented she is. She still got better during the summer and brought more to her game every time she came back. But I just think her growth as a leader and wanting to help this young team, and then by the end now she can just has no holes to her game, and defensively is so solid, and IQ and leadership, and her voice has become big and strong and powerful, and she does the right thing all the time. And that's just what you want in a senior, and she's so impressive as a leader. And one of the things I said to her all the time was, most people chase after being liked by their peers at the expense of compromising and not doing all the right things. And she stood up this year and said, I don't care if you like me or not. This is how we do things here. And yes, they like her, but it's neat when you get to that point where you understand your position and what you stand for and what the program stands for is more important than chasing that. And that has stood out the most as far as I see in her growth and her maturity and her belief in our program.
With this win, you guys clinched the 3 seed in the WCC tournament. Obviously, there's still another regular season game, but when you look at kind of the scenario where it's essentially win and get in for the big dance, how much does having those extra couple days, contribute to maybe what you guys could do to make a run?
Yeah, probably didn't like the fact that we had to bye at the end of the season until now, and have to manage that really well. Obviously, trying to get people back and healthy, which I think will happen by the tournament. Trying to get people feeling good and rested without losing, your rhythm and conditioning. Getting some skill work in, just shooting and skill work, and practices are really shortening up anyway. You're not preparing for another team, so it's really just all about you. And all about, helping your players feel good about themselves and continue to improve their individual skills. And, our freshmen are so still locked in to getting better and helping our team win. And I think this really helps us, and we'll be really mindful to make sure that we're taking care of our big minute players. And yet at the same time, getting better. I think we have a chance to continue to get better, and especially if we get a big weapon back by the tournament.
The last 4 years, you guys went into the conference tournament, obviously competing for an at-large bid, if not, obviously, the automatic bid. Is there any sort of mentality change knowing that it has to more or less be the conference tournament win?
I don't think so. It's just like people trying to motivate you in some way. Like, well, if you do this, or is this game bigger? And, if you're this was an example of, I think our kids were highly motivated for senior night in Tara. Now, but that shouldn't change much. If we don't want to win the next one, if we don't want to get to the chance to play in the semifinals or the finals, it is, kill or be killed. You're out. And we know at this stage we're basically playing teams that are all seniors. The teams that we're going to play in the first round, it's going to be a team full of all seniors, maybe. I don't know. I know St. Mary's is still in the running for that. Portland and Gonzaga are filled with real senior leadership, and those guys, just like Tara, play their guts out, and they're not going to take 1 second off. And so we got to be as hungry as that, and we've got to be as motivated as that. And yeah, I've been in one conference, one bid leagues before. There's a lot of pressure to that, but again, I like our chances. I like our team. I like the fact that I think we can still get better.
Coach, Tara's name is literally all over the record book. If there's one category that maybe impresses you the most when you look back at her career, whether it's today 100 consecutive starts, whether it's I think going to finish second or maybe even the top spot in blocks or minutes played. I mean, when you look at just by breaking down the numbers, maybe what impresses you most about her career?
I don't know that I could answer it the way maybe you're asking, because, again, I think her versatility is what we thought would make her special. But I know for a fact that she could only drive right when she got here, and she couldn't shoot a three. And she had like 5, 6, 7 double-digit games. So it was impressive, and then she'd have 0. And she struggled just like our freshmen are. And there was a school that, not to be named, down the other side of the state that didn't guard her. And it freaked her out, and she lost. She still cries when we mention that. Like, it hurts her so bad. And watching that happen to a freshman, and then that freshman go, that's not ever going to happen to me again. And then the growth of the next year she came back and she could drive left. And then the next year she came back and now she can shoot all day without fatiguing, because she couldn't do that. She couldn't shoot 25 shots without thinking her arm was going to fall off. So her body, her conditioning, her mindset, her mentality, and then the fact that she just kept covering. If she had a hole here, she covered it up the next year. And she had a hole here, she covered it up. And now she can score with her back to the basket. She's got great footwork in her pivoting. She blocks shots and guards anybody on the floor. Great voice. I mean, it's more, you just admire the transformation and her growth and her commitment to becoming everything she could be, and special. And I think she can still get so much better. I think the thought that she could be on a national team and play for Canada, I mean, there are big goals out there for her that I think she can still, try to achieve.
You come from a program where your time in college, obviously, people remember you so fondly for your time there. When Cougar fans think of Tara, whether it's next year or 5 years down the road or 15 years down the road, what do you hope that they remember?
Well, I love that. I was saying that on the radio. I mean, there are a lot of programs out there that you could portal to or transfer or start here and go there. And I just think Cougs are beloved. I mean, she will always be a Coug. She will always be thought of as a Coug. Her heart and soul was poured into this program, and she will always be looked at after and for up to, and I just admire that so much. And beloved, and I don't know that you can always finish places beloved and adored. And she's made us better, and she's stuck it out, and she's carried a big load with a young team and has been her best doing that. And I will forever admire her and respect her and speak of her as though, as fondly as we ever can, because she is true Coug and will be forever.
Then, Coach, describe whether it be before the game, after the game, what were the emotions like in the locker room, and kind of what was your message for the team, especially, surrounding yourself around Tara and giving her a celebration tonight?
Yeah, I mean, before in the locker room, it's all about Tara, and we spend some time just, again, writing a letter and reading a letter and talking about her growth and development. And Tara, I said in the note, it's just like her big eyes tell the story. Whether she's happy, you can see it in her smile and her eyes, or if she's happy, sad, and tears, just, pools of tears are coming down. And that's kind of where we were the entire talk. And, you just have your young ones watching her be touched by listening to her story. And, talk about rally. I just thought our first half and the passion that we played for, and I think that was all due to the respect that she has from her teammates and how much they wanted to win for her and play for her. And again, I think it's a step in the right direction for our team about we're getting better in those areas and better defensively and better at making winning plays and just more concentrated. And I think that's due to the concentration that they had to make sure that we got a win for Tara.
And then obviously you've got some seniors next year. You've got, AT, Kira, and you got some other new upperclassmen like LA. For them, what do you think the transition is going to be like, and what are you going to be saying to them, in the transition to next season and stepping into a bigger role, especially in a big void that Tara's going to leave behind?
Yeah, I mean, you just hope your seniors have I think selfishly you always want to go, oh, they can't replace me. There's no way they'll replace me. But if you're really about your program and about leaving a legacy, you want to teach those younger than you well, and you want them to be their best, and you want your team and your program to succeed. And that's what Tara wants for our program. It'll be impossible to replace her in so many ways, but that's what this process is, and what a great opportunity for the seniors that are going to step in. Big step for Kira. Her growth is just, been different than AT's. And then AT, obviously, just the heart and soul of our program right now, and knows what we want and leads us in so many ways. So it'll be impossible to not have Tara there, but you feel that every year. And you just, she's led by example. She's shown the way. These kids have followed her all year, and that makes them better and more prepared to do it when she's not here. Appreciate it. Go Cougs.